The Greater Wenatchee Area Technology Alliance, or better known as GWATA, hosted the North Central Washington STEM and Technology Showcase at Pybus Market. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. The showcase provides us the opportunity to learn about some of the people involved in the STEM program and meet the entrepreneurs of our future.
First of all, you're going to see a wide range of ages. We have students from elementary school, so you're talking about under 10 years old, all the way up through senior and high school. And so they have a variety of technology projects, everything from robotics to coding.
So this is our fifth annual showcase, and this event brings together a multiple of regional schools, basically to show off what is innovative in the classroom right now. What does a future-looking classroom look like? And 100 plus kids, 40, 50 teachers, at the event today, just really here to talk to anybody in the community about what it looks like today in the classroom, because it looks a lot different than when I went to school.
Starting with the event center, we have the Lego competition going on. These are Eastmont students. I think there's 60 students back there displaying their Lego robotics. And then you come out onto the floor and you're going to see everything from a Makey-Make, which is using technology to animate objects like bananas. We've got the library, has got some really cool technology pieces, and they're doing a Makey-Make. Use the bananas to play a piano. So it's really fun and interactive. To coding. So we're really lucky that Teals by Microsoft has supported this event, and Teals is about computer science in high school, and so they're showing the coding work that they're doing in high schools.
You'll see a ton of booths with Legos today, which is really fun, but the difference being now they're programming the Legos, they are writing code to make them do tasks, solve problems, and so I think it's really about how are these next generation of kids trying to solve the world's problems, and they're doing that through technology and STEM, if you've heard that word STEM. Science, technology, engineering, and math. So that's really how they're approaching it.
They've got their laptops out, so they're showing the platforms that they're using and then the programs that they're building as a result of their coding work. And so that's going to be at various stages. They also are demonstrating projects that include 3D printing, drones, and robotics.
I think any good science, any good engineering has some arts with it, because there is design, there's ergonomics, there's many factors of your model, of your representation that is art. Sure. So I think it's not art in the traditional sense of pen drawing, painting. It's art in the sense of design and aesthetics.
What's really cool is it's the same principles of, I think, engineering and science that are used in a new way, 21st century way, through technology such as coding. And that's one of the reasons that we have this event here at Pybus, because if you don't have a student in school, you're not aware of how they're using technology, how they've changed from Lincoln Logs to other tools in the classroom. And so this is an opportunity for us to educate the general public on what these school districts are doing, but most importantly, give those students and teachers an opportunity to shine.
We just wanted to give teachers a voice. We started doing it at our schools for an evening, and then we just had a lot of requests from outlying areas, and we wanted to get other people involved.
STEM fields are the fields of the 21st century. Those are your high-wage jobs, okay? We want to prepare our students to be successful in those fields. Washington State is the #1 state for STEM employment, and that's not just on the west side. You know, when we think about STEM, people silo it into computer science, which is important, but it's not just on the Microsoft campus. We're using STEM at Rocky Reach Dam, and at Confluence Health, and at great local employers. So we need our students to be equipped with the skills to be successful in a career, and a career here in North Central Washington. So like I said, we want to kind of help fill that pipeline of talent by providing great access. The other reason we love STEM is about taking science, technology, engineering, and math into one project, one experience, so that our students aren't just opening a book and closing it, and now I go on to English, and I open a book and I close it, and then I'm going to go to math. Well, none of us work that way in the real world. So what we're doing is we're taking our students into project-based learning through STEM. It prepares them with the skills that they need for a lifetime, which include things like working in teams, communicating, collaborating, and taking all those disciplines together. So we think that STEM's important for many different reasons.
trying to really kind of rekindle that 1950s, 1960s mentality. We went to the moon. We got lots of problems right now. Let's try to figure them out, and let's get kids back into science, back into technology to try to solve our world's issues.
All of our school districts use STEM. I would say Wenatchee School District, for example, has an emphasis on STEAM, which is adding the arts component into STEM curriculum. So you're going to see STEM in all the schools. It just depends on the school district, how they're implementing that in the classroom and at what ages. Our role is to really provide a support to these schools. If you look at today's event, for example, this is an event that used to be led by the Wenatchee School District exclusively. They recognized the importance of STEM, and they allowed GWATA to take it on and expand it to not just include Wenatchee School District, but school districts around the county. So I think that we're really lucky to live in an area where we have schools being progressive in STEM. We just want to help them have the tools to move it forward faster.
My name's Tina Nick-Pan Brown. I'm the GWATA STEM Educator of the Year, and I'm here with the 5th grade team at Lincoln, and we are showcasing several different robots as well as stream tables and our 3D printing. We have about 25 students today that are coming in and out to show off all the things that they've done in STEM. We infuse sustainability with our stream tables, and the students used all of the STEM components to create 2 tables that will be used between Washington Elementary and Lincoln.
In my classroom, we are on the 3D printer. I have all the kids designing nameplates for themselves right now, and from there they're going to move on to more complex. All right, so there's a program you upload that you design everything in. It's like a CAD program, computer automated design. In there they design whatever they want, and then they export it to a file, and then it goes into a program which you load to a printer, which melts plastic and does millimeter rows of plastic to build an object from the bottom up.
Stay tuned for more from the STEM and Technology Showcase here on the NCW Life magazine. We're back on the NCW Life magazine for more on the STEM and Technology Showcase at the Pybus Market.
So we are in the computer tech classroom at the Wenatchee Valley Tech Center, and we do everything from drones to robotics to computer programming. It's something that we all found a love for, and with this class we found a lot of more new loves. Like, I never loved drones before I was in this class, and now I'm obsessed.
We don't just only work on this stuff here, we also work on getting our certificates. So something that me and Jace did last year, we're 2-year students. So last year we had gotten our certificate in Microsoft operating system. And because of that, we've been given so many different opportunities. And currently we're working on basic hardware certificate, and Jace already got his security, so that's super cool.
The biggest thing for me about drones is I like seeing things that other people can't normally see. I like being able to go in the air and fly and see something that no one will ever see in their daily life. And looking up and where the tech center is at, we can see the Wenatchee Valley perfectly. When we go up 400 feet in the air, we have a perfect view of the whole entire valley, and we will do a huge panorama video and circling the valley. And that's something that not a lot of people see unless you're like hiking Saddle Rock. But you're not just gonna hike Saddle Rock every day to see that view. But when you can fly a drone 400 feet in the air and see that view every day, it's beautiful.
One of the other things that I think is really cool is like how fast everything is changing for not only computers but also for drones. Like, it's already been like a year or something since they've come out with the DJI Phantom 4, and now we have the Mavic, and it's so much more different. It's smaller, it's more portable, and it's easier to control too. So much has changed in just 1 year.
We do have drones that we have built, but since GoBent did burn down, sadly, we lost a lot of our parts. So we do learn the technology behind everything because that's the way we learn. We learn how to control everything. We learn how the controller works. We learn specifically how everything works. Otherwise, we wouldn't be true technology students if we didn't know how it works. There's already a restriction that says that you cannot go past 400 feet in the air due to plane activity unless you have a commercial license. But since we don't, we like to stay in the restrictions. I think that they are trying to create laws and do different rules that apply to drones that will help the average person get a drone. But the problem is that some of the people that do have drones, they don't know those rules yet. So I think it's more of that people need to be more aware that there are those laws than the fact that they're there. This event, I think, is something that all students should go to, because you don't really realize what technology schools are using until you actually are able to walk around and notice, wow, this is a lot that my school does, and I didn't even know that they did that. Like, I think people should realize that technology is here and it's going to stay. We've had a lot of older people that have yet to see a drone come here and be like, whoa, that's amazing, because this is something that not everyone sees every day, and especially for the public to be able to see. And we even have a flight simulation so that people could actually try to fly that drone, because it's a lot of fun.
One of the things that I'm really wanting this to happen more often, because for smaller schools like ours, people barely even know we exist. I didn't know we existed until 2 years later. So events like this, Makers Fair, Pybus STEM, it's really helpful for smaller groups and classes to get out there. Like, a lot of people here are super interested in this, and they can't really find out how to get into stuff like this. We have a lot of opportunities at the Tech Center, and it's just a really great place to be at.
So with the TEALS program, we get teamed up with industry professionals. And so for a teacher who doesn't have a computer science background, it's amazing because we have instructors who are professionals come into our classroom and kind of teach us as they teach the kids. And so it's building a great foundation that we'll be able to keep teaching in the future for these guys. And the kids have just ran with it. They've eaten it up. And all these projects that they are showing today is there's maybe one that's an assignment, but there's probably about 8 more that they just created for fun because they enjoy it. So we are sponsored by the Quincy Microsoft Data Center. They've helped fund this and get us involved, and so it's been huge to have it grow in our school. Without that support, financially it's tough, but even the knowledge that we've invoked from people is amazing. Constantly learning from our TEALS professionals, from our students. It's, even just today they met up with a TEALS team from Soap Lake and are sharing different code that they use. And so, constant learning, and the industry is always exploding. As far as in our school, we hope that next year we're going to be offering an AP course for students. And then hopefully after that, we'll be able to offer more courses, more advanced. As far as the students, hopefully, inspire them to earn a computer science degree or whichever field they enter, be able to apply some tech skills, and so be able to see these guys be very successful with tech, whichever field they choose. We heard about the TEALS program, I think up in Manson they were running it already, and so that was 2 years ago, and it wasn't very widespread at that time. So we heard about it. We were already offering some kind of intro to computer science class, but it was really tough to find a good curriculum and a good software teamed up together. So we had 2 classes, one that had a great curriculum, and then the software wasn't so great, so we tried a different one, and it was the opposite. The software was great, and the curriculum wasn't. And so with the TEALS, we not only got great curriculum and great software, we had a great team behind us to help teach us.
It's pretty great because we can ask, if we ever get stuck on a question, we could just ask one of the Microsoft workers. So it's a pretty good opportunity to learn about stuff we don't understand.
Probably hundreds of lines of code for just even the simplest of movement.
Well, we have a Mad Libs game where you input some words and it generates a little story for you. And we also have math quizzes, a gambling game right here, and a picture generator. You want to show? It was. So you just input a number and choose an animal, and then it'll generate a picture of a cat or something. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
We have forward-looking administrators who realize that this is the wave of the future, so they want kids at all ages to be tech savvy, so this is what they're doing. Well, there's 8 in the Makerspace team from East School, but everybody at East School gets to work on it. The computer teacher will go around with programs to do, and then the same is true there's a K2 school, there's a 3-5, there's a middle school, and there's a high school. And there's varying degrees of how many kids get to do it.
Thanks for watching today's edition of the NCW Life magazine. I'm Jay Seebeck, and I'll see you all again real soon.